We got this op-ed from the Washington Post. For the good of the country, Biden and Harris should bow out of the 2024 election. From George Will. This story went viral today. This guy voted for Joe Biden. He hates Trump, votes for Joe Biden, and now he's like, what did he say? That Joe Biden has displayed unwittingness, or what does he call it? I don't care to read the whole thing. The fact is, everyone's basically saying, oh, here we go. This is great. He says, meeting recently with some progressive activists, Biden said his $426 billion student loan forgiveness was accomplished by a law that he had just signed. I got it passed by a vote or two. No, he did not. I love this because it's two things. The first thing is it's a guy who voted for Biden being like, no more Biden. And the second thing is, actually, it's calling for Biden to bow out, and it's a guy regretting having voted for him in the first place. So you love to see it. This is what you get when you vote for a man who is insane, unwell, just out of it. And now he's going on TV and just lying and making things up. And it's absolutely fascinating that people still buy it. It's absolutely fascinating that people will still vote for someone like John Fetterman. Joe Biden claimed his son died in Iraq twice now. He claimed he got a bill passed he didn't get passed, and people believe it. They call Trump a fascist. But you want to talk about fascism? That's the fascism right there. That's the scary thing. They sneak it in with some bumbling old dotard who makes random things up. People buy it. They march in lockstep behind it. But I'm glad to see that these never Trumpers are regretting their actions and now calling for a substantial change. I guess the question is, if not Biden in 2024, not Harris, who could it possibly be?
I think it's honestly going to be someone who is just like Biden at the end of the day. They're going to make new promises, say they're going to be something different. It's going to be the same thing repeating.
Stacey Abrams?
No. Michelle Obama and Oprah. Both of them running on the same ticket. So why wouldn't it happen? Tell me. Make an argument. I think that's... Who else is there? Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, but hold on.
The serial killer looking dude, and then that crazy woman, Whichmore?
Whichmore?
I said that by accident. Now I just kind of realized
that's
what I was saying.
We got to write that down.
Seriously, the butcher of the nursing home people. Seriously, who else is there?
Pete Buttigieg.
No, he's
Beto O'Rourke. Those are the only other two.
Buttigieg has Gavin connections Newsom. To intelligence, so he's going to be propped up in there.
He's in the administration now. He's the
Meghan McCain.
No, she doesn't have enough star power at the moment.
Who else? Well, you got nobody. Hillary? You're gonna dust Hillary off?
I don't think she wants
bring
to.
her forward.
Dust her off.
Like seriously.
I've been thinking about Hillary a lot lately. I think she's the
why?
She's the kind of person
Ian, stop
because she's one of those. They say facts over feelings. A lot of people feelings. Hillary's like the ultimate feelings over facts person. I feel like I just realized this, that if she likes you, she wants to work with you. If she gets a gut feeling, like she could be swayed to do.
Did you see what you just said?
Huh?
That people are going to vote Republican because they're too stupid to know what's good for them.
She senses the emotions.
Now, I'm paraphrasing. What she really said is that low information Americans don't realize what a red wave actually means for them. But, she's basically saying y'all are too stupid to know what's good for you. So Bloomberg said the same thing.
Not Hillary, not Bloomberg. I don't know. Do you guys see even
AOC?
Democratic candidates? AOC's
She's
possible.
too young.
She'll be old enough, but she is young.
Michelle Obama, Oprah. I'm telling you.
Obama, Oprah.
Did Oprah want to do it? Kanye?
You're telling me they would lose.
I don't think they would lose. I don't know.
They would win.
No. I don't know. I would have said that maybe 4 years ago, but times they are a-changing, man. And I'll tell you why. You take a look at some of the cultural productions and they have no impact. The Daily Show getting only a few 100,000 views. Like, people believe in different things. Maybe 7-8 years ago, you'd be like, Oprah's so popular, people would vote for her. Today, people are less concerned about pop culture. Politics has become pop culture, so they're not going to vote for someone like Oprah. I mean, she'd get votes. Don't get me wrong. She'd get a lot. Michelle Obama, yes. Former First Lady, absolutely. Maybe it's going to be Obama Clinton or Clinton Obama.
Which Clinton?
Chelsea.
No,
Getting into politics, Chelsea?
It's going to be Hillary.
It'd be like a tech billionaire. Could do it.
Oh, Musk?
No, he's not American.
Yeah.
He's not. He can never run for president.
He's African American.
Jeff's not going to do it. I don't know.
I mean, all of a sudden the Washington Post starts writing, we need a billionaire president to fix things. Amazon is the greatest company ever. Jeff Bezos soars in the polls. And then, you understand why he bought it.
The Rock.
Comically evil.
Does he want to run?
Yeah. I mean, he's playing a little bit into politics. He supported Gavin Newsom.
Mm-hmm.
He did a whole political advertisement for him. Yeah. So, and he'll say anything for a buck. I mean, look at the kind of movies he's in.
I think it's Pete Buttigieg.
Well, he's not as bad as that other dude who did that Chinese ad.
Yeah, what's his name?
John Cena.
John Cena.
John Cena.
When I say it's Pete Buttigieg and you guys are like, no, stop. Is it because you
Sheena?
really are afraid that he might win?
No, come on, because it's like saying Mickey Mouse.
You don't think Buttigieg has a chance at all?
No.
Oh, I thought
He doesn't have a personality. He doesn't have anything except.
He remember when he disappeared for like a month or something and no one knew he was
one knew.
gone?
No one
and there
noticed.
was like a major crisis with trucking and fuel and they were like, don't we have a guy for this? And he was just gone. Like nobody knew, nobody cared. So I definitely don't see that guy.
But also, would you want to be a politician in a falling empire? Everyone's going to blame you for all the horrible things that all the other politicians have kind of built up.
What if this
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
the fall of the Roman Empire? This is the fall of the Roman Republic. What if Trump crosses the Rubicon and we become a country that the Republicans just keep winning because the Democrats are psychotic, and you end up with a lopsided country that's like 55% Republican, or at the very least independence voting Republican because we've been traumatized by psychotic Democrats sterilizing kids and things like that, shutting down gas, and then you end up with a long period of just consistent Republican majorities.
Maybe, but the difference is that it's like a global immersion now, whereas the Romans were still pretty insulated when the Republic fell. Now we've got like every country on earth is attempting to create a new government in the United States. And it's kind of up to us to hold the wheel while the storm rages outside.
Who do you think, Miles? Who would have your vote?
I'm
if
actually
you're-
I'm hoping no one, because then the Democratic Party could collapse and then the Republican system could just take over the entire thing in happy days for a while.
I mean, look, the Republicans are bad for a lot of reasons, but we're seeing the split where you have establishment Republicans and you have MAGA Republicans. If the Republicans win in a sweeping victory, then they win in 2024 and the Democrats become diminished, you may actually see the dominant party become Republicans. And this is a very, very wild hypothetical. If the Democrats can't get a consistent majority of Republicans, eventually they'll start jumping ship to try and influence the Republican Party, which will then split and take over the two-party system. I'm not convinced something like that will happen, but it's a possibility. If one political party, I'll put it this way, the MAGA Republicans are very different from the establishment. But people are willing to vote for any Republican at this point because the Democrats are insane. They're campaigning on abortion while crime is skyrocketing in major cities. In New York, there was like 30 people have been pushed in front of trains. Like that's freaking people out. So Republicans are like, okay, we'll stop crime. And now you get widely different views. You get post-liberals, people like me, voting Republican, even though I disagree with a lot of policies. The Democrats are just too nuts. If that keeps up for a little while, eventually then you're going to see the MAGA Republicans and the neocon types and the establishment types split, and that will become the actual two parties right there. Crazy, right?
Or a civil war.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, civil war if the far left loses it and refuses to accept the results of the election. Look, Joe Biden spoke today about the danger of election denials or whatever, deniers. And I think it's funny because the message is deeply needed right now, because when the Republicans win next week, and it's tremendous and insane, they're going to need to come out and be like, remember what Biden said, don't deny the elections, but you know they're going to do it.
Gosh, I think that people should be allowed and maybe not encouraged to deny elections, but you should certainly be allowed to posit that there are issues in your elections, especially with evidence coming out of computer programs hacking and flipping vote tallies.
But you can only do that if you come from a certain political party. If you're from a different political party, you're going to be censored, you're going to be banned, you're going to be punished, you're going to be ostracized by mainline society and called dangerous by Homeland Security. But if you're Stacey Abrams, you could do it all the time.
Did you see the
Doesn't
people
matter.
in Brazil? There's like giant crowds of tens
massive
of thousands of
protests.
people demanding the military come out and say this election was
There's
fraud.
a huge protest today too.
It's
massive.
crazy. They went to like the military HQ. That's scary, man. It's
Yeah.
scary when your country tribalizes to that degree. It you know what, man? I think you look at someone like Trump or Bolsonaro, I think they know what happens if you really move forward with a move like that. It's not going to be fun. People are not going to live good lives. Like you will have massive suffering. It could start a civil war. And anybody who's actually seen conflicts knows exactly why you do not want something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about the crowds in Brazil saying that we think that Bolsonaro was illegally voted out. We think the election was fraudulent, and we want the military to do. What if they're wrong? Like, what have they done? What they have hundreds of thousands of
matter.
people
They don't care if
getting
they're
the
wrong.
military involved. Like,
It's
listen,
about power.
right? What?
They don't care. They don't care.
But I think for a lot of people, it's about the truth. But it's being used for the power.
No. Look. Right now, I will say you've got a lot of people in the United States agreeing with the protesters. I've not seen anything out of Brazil, so I'm not going to say I know for sure what's going on. But I'll tell you, it's feelings over fact. The facts don't matter. The feelings do. And these people are thinking one thing. If Bolsonaro is not the president, Brazil suffers. So it doesn't matter what happened. It matters that they do whatever they can to make sure he stays president.
Yeah, they blocked the highways and asked the military to take over the government. That's serious.
Dude, come on.
Did you ever see any kind of civil conflict? I mean, the closest thing that I saw when it comes to something like a civil war was what I saw in Mogadishu, Somalia. Different tribes and different factions of people fighting each other, roadside bombs and just shelling and fighting, but have you seen anything like that?
Oh yeah, even in Brazil, I've seen leaked videos showing that the cartel are celebrating that the guy got elected because he's going to protect him. And you think with how corrupt certain parts of Brazil are, something was messed with, I honestly think, at the end of the day. But I've seen stuff in South Sudan as well, so it doesn't matter who you belong to in the country, it just belongs about the tribe. So it doesn't matter if you're South Sudanese. South Sudan doesn't really exist. It's just about the tribal people, and the borders don't make any difference.
What happened in Sudan?
Yeah, so...
Well, real quick, like, Brazil is... Let's just say there's a lot of things about Brazil. I was down there and I saw the pacification or the aftermath of the pacification. The government went in. These were brutal videos. They just basically took over favelas. The government was so broken that for a long time, gangs in favelas were de facto governments. Now they're trying to gain control over all these territories. I don't think you're going to see confidence in any of these systems. But I want to stress, we're not Brazilian. I don't know what's going on in Brazil other than we're watching news reports about it and people are demanding the military takeover. So...
Yeah, I want evidence. If any, I'm not going to make claims without evidence. That's for sure.
But it's not even that. I mean, we're not Brazilian. I don't even know what. Like, if someone came to you right now and said, like, Miguel, Perez came out and showed this document, I'd be like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know who that is.
The issue is, though, if something really bad happens in Brazil, there'll be another immigration issue where they will go up the Darien Gap all the way and cross the border. Like what happened with Venezuela too, when the country fell.
Brazil's massive.
Yeah, I think they can make it happen.
They got dollar coconuts in Rio.
I wouldn't be too bad, yeah. But at the same time, these people see American thing, better life. There's no election corruption over here.
I'm gonna tell you this. I take anybody who goes to the military and requests they take over. I'm not trusting, to be completely honest. Like, that's the last thing anyone would want. If you think you legitimately won, you then go to the military and ask them to take over your country. It doesn't sound.
Yeah,
that's what some of the protesters are calling.
No, for sure.
I don't think Bolsonaro is doing that. I think he officially conceded today.
He didn't concede. Okay. Did he?
I think so. I think I saw something right before this broadcast with him announcing that he's officially letting off power.
I know that he was beginning the transition, but I heard that he didn't concede. What do you see?
I read a post on Reddit saying specifically
that he did concede.
Yeah. But again, it's Reddit. Could be wrong. We don't know what's going on. As of
yesterday, he had not conceded. Yeah, you might be right.
But the transition was beginning. Like, he was letting go with power and following the Constitution. That's what was reported. I certainly hope you don't see a military takeover, man. That's not fun stuff.
No.
But anyway, Sudan.
Yeah, South Sudan's the world's newest country, and definitely shows at the end of the day. Bribery is rife. You go around anywhere, you have to pay money, especially if you're a foreigner like myself. You stand out like a sore thumb. The UN bears keeping the entire country on lifeline, so they're just handing out free food and everything, but not actually funding any agriculture and bringing some farming techniques to teach them how to be self-sufficient. It's just a money sting for money laundering. The rich people get richer because the money given by the UN, our governments as well, is going to their pocket instead of the average person living in a mud hut who doesn't have enough food to eat today. It sucks, and I think that could happen in Brazil at the end of the day. You can get more tribal. People fight amongst themselves, like you said, Tim. You've got people that are belonging to certain areas, not actually the government and country as a whole, and they'll associate with their tribal groups and then just fight amongst themselves. And I think Brazil could fall into that. And it could even get to a point where certain parts of Brazil separate because the geography of the country is so insane that it would make sense at the end of the day.
And Bolsonaro, I'm just looking at it right now. He is urging his supporters to stop the roadblocks, and he has authorized the transition. Didn't concede yet. So the Reddit post was wrong.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. But if you want to check out the full show live, tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And if you want more special access content, head over to timcast.com and become a member. Your membership helps sustain this company, keep our journalists employed, makes this show happen, and you will get access to exclusive members-only segments of the Timcast IRL podcast, and there's a massive library to check out. So again, go to timcast.com or tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., and we'll see you all there.